Hello, collective. This is Debs, and this is, of course, your new moon in Virgo collective reading. I hope everyone is well. Thank you so much for being here. Now, collective, I saw someone sitting outside on a bench in the sun, and they were looking at a coin, and they were thinking to themselves, I either do this or I forget all about it. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. If I do it at all, I do it now. Now is the time. And I heard this person say to themselves, I could leave the place I'm living. The lease is up. I could potentially do this. I've got just about enough savings. But do I do it? And there was a lot of, as you can tell, there was a lot of sort of huffing and sort of energy going on, because this was someone that knew that they were going to be doing something a bit outside the box and that a few other people might think they were crazy. I then saw this person flipping this coin in the air, catching it and saying to themselves, okay, heads or tails? And they said, all right, let's go for tails. And they smacked this coin on the back of their other hand and they looked at it and it was tails. And they thought, okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. They were really excited, but fearful. I then saw this person a few hours later looking online at camper vans, and they were trying to figure out whether or not they could put Wi-Fi in a camper van. So I don't know whether or not somebody here is going to do something completely off the wall, unusual. This is someone who may be trying to save money or make money somehow. This could be an entrepreneur who was thinking, well, rather than sitting in a rental flat, which is expensive, my lease is coming up, so why don't I literally buy a camper van with Wi-Fi in it and drive around the country? That's going to save a lot of money on rent. Whoever this person is, we're definitely connecting with an entrepreneur. Could be a masculine entrepreneur, but you could be a bit of a ballsy female wanting to do this. I do feel this is a one-man band. I don't think this person is going with anyone else. I think they're going on their Todd. They're going on their own. I did hear Italy and Sicily, and I heard €1. So I don't know whether or not this person is even thinking of taking a camper van to Sicily or Italy and doing up a €1 house and flipping it somehow, or trying to live there rent-free, you know. Someone is deciding to do something a little bit mad. But it's sort of a calculated risk, because they could save quite a lot of money, or they could earn a fair amount of money, which might be what they are trying to achieve here. It may not be your reading. It may just hit one or two of you. That's fine. That's the message coming through. So this new moon in Virgo, occurring on the 2nd of September at 9:56 p.m. EDT, will be at 11 degrees and 4 minutes of Virgo. We will feel the need to get organised relating to new projects, new goals, and we'll be concentrating on our financial foundations, whilst looking ahead into the future to ensure that those plans are realistic and achievable. It is a time to be frugal with our spending, not splashing out, but rather trying to build up savings for maybe major expenses in the future that might lie ahead. We may also find ourselves more concerned than usual with our health and our diet, because we will need the energy to get moving when the time arises. I think the motto for many of you will be, I can do this if I'm creative and I do a little bit of planning in advance. Okay? So guys, let's just see where this goes. A rather unusual couple of visions from Archangel Michael, but I'm definitely connecting with someone here who is deciding to do something that on the one hand might be risky, but on the other hand might actually be quite intelligent. So here we go. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the new moon in Virgo reading for the collective, the 2nd of September 2024. What do we have for this period of time? Who am I connecting with, please? Thank you, Archangel Michael. I'm seeing somebody put 2 chains around their neck. One is a St. Christopher and the other looks like a dog tag. I can see a check shirt. Looks like a masculine. Looks like a masculine. Yeah, someone is saying to themselves, why not try it? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I can go back. I'm hearing I can go back. I'm trying to afford the rent. Okay. Someone here is deciding to do something that they feel might work. Yeah. They're not sure, but they're going to give it a go. They're going to give it a go. Knight of Coins. They may have a little bit of savings in the bank. Or they may feel as if they've been earning money, but it's been really slow going. And I'm hearing that almost slowed down, right? Really slow going. Okay, guys. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody fiddling with a matchbox. Somebody could be doing a sort of Tom Hanks thing. Right, let's go out into the bush, let's go off grid. Can I build a campfire? I don't know. People, what am I channeling here? Okay, the 3 of Swords. This is someone who I think has had a bit of a rough ride. They could have ended a relationship and felt a bit miserable. Or they may be dealing with someone, if this is a masculine, who knows that if they relay what they're going to do to a particular woman, could be anything from their girlfriend to their mum, this person's going to be very upset. It's as if, wow, are you really going to do this? You're going to leave me behind? You're going to head off and I'm going to worry about you, or I'm not going to see you? Yeah. But whoever this masculine is actually really excited. He may be struggling to push down this excited energy that's sort of dying to come up to the surface because he doesn't want to upset this woman. But he's actually deciding to do this and he's super excited. Okay. In the past, Ace of Cups. He started a new relationship. And with the Palace of Coins, he was incredibly happy for a period of time. Until I'm hearing money got in the way. 2 of Wands. And I think this guy stood at crossroads wondering whether or not he was ready to leap forward into a different type of life. In the immediate future, with a faith card, this is someone who is praying this is going to work out. Could be a Taurian for some of you. But this is also someone thinking, you know what? I've done everything by the book. I followed the rules. I persevered with my career. Nothing much is happening. Money is coming in, but it's dribbling in. Something has to change. I need to take a deep breath and jump into something that might be quite unusual. In this guy's fears, he may be fearing that when it comes down to it, he's not going to have the guts to do it. He may be also fearing it's going to take a toll on his health. This could be a guy thinking about much more of a physical type of life, you know, living out of a van, stripping down a house, maybe a really cheap house, redoing it. Could he do it? Could he possibly do it by himself? He knows it's going to take a toll on his health, but there's a part of him that feels that sense of excitement when he thinks about this. In the environment, okay, it's somebody who may be slightly worried that it's all going to go drastically wrong. It's all going to go wrong. This is someone who's talking to him about the fact he should save his money rather than doing something like this, which is going to take a little bit of money to start with. So this guy may be thinking about buying a rundown shack somewhere and doing it up. doing it up himself using raw materials. He may be deciding to fork out on a couple of courses. It could be how to renovate a property, something like that. Or he could be deciding to buy a dirt cheap property and strip it out. But again, he'll need to know how to do that. He may be thinking of buying a camper van, a second-hand camper van, and rejigging it so he could work and live in this camper van. It's going to take a little bit of money. Whoever this person is looking at him as if he's gone a bit crazy. You're thinking about doing what? Oh, what are you doing? He's saying to this person, yeah, but you know what? I follow the rules. I've sort of done lots of different jobs. I'm running a little business. I'm sure I could do this. I'm sure it's possible. This person thinks he's crazy. In this guy's hopes, the magician, he's hoping that he can actually achieve this. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. He's hoping that this mad idea of his could actually work and might move him into a very different type of life. That's what I'm hearing. The outcome. The Eight of Coins. This guy may just be successful. He's looking at his money. He's working hard and building his money in the future. Clarification for this guy, the Palace of Swords. He's been overthinking and overanalyzing this for the longest time. King of Swords, he is though creating a plan to do this. I keep hearing, what have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? If it all goes drastically wrong, I'm hearing I can crash with my parents and sell the camper van. Okay, yeah, he's just going to do it. He's just going to do it. All right. In the environment, this is someone who really doesn't want him to do this. We got a Queen of Wands. So this may be someone he's been dating, or this could represent a sister, maybe. Yeah, this is somebody almost at their wit's end. You have got to be joking. You're really doing this. Well, I'm not going to go and live in a camper van, is what I'm hearing. I'm not going to roll my sleeves up and start knocking down walls. Yeah, no. So she's staying put, I think. She thinks he's lost it. She thinks he's lost it. But this guy has flipped a coin and he's deciding to go for it. Yes. So collective, this may be a rather unusual reading. We'll get into this and see what comes through. So Archangel Michael, tell us about this guy. Tell us about this guy. Okay. We have a King of Coins. This is someone who's all about the money. This is somebody who is wanting to build some kind of foundation for himself. I think he's been dating this Queen of Wands. I think she's actually a love interest. But she's heartbroken because he wants to do this. She doesn't want to go with him, so it means that these two part, possibly for several months. What's he thinking about? Yeah, he's going to do something very, very different with the energy of death. Major change and transformation. Yeah, wow. The World. I think he's leaping forward and doing something that he's always wanted to do, but he never had the guts to do up until this point of time. This is someone who may have Aquarius in their natal chart. Someone who is very creative, somebody who thinks bigger picture. What is this guy thinking about? Yeah, I be working in the sunshine, doing something I love. I'm going to see if it's going to work. He's going to do this. Wow. We've got a compass there. I feel as if this is someone who is just wanting to explore, but also he's wanting to find out how much he can deal with. Interesting. This is someone who's almost wanting to put himself to the test. How much can I cope with? There are going to be challenges. There are going to be obstacles. I'm sure there are going to be times where I'm going to feel like giving it all up. Could I actually do this? It's almost as if he wants to see if he can push himself to the limit, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, he knows it's going to be tough. He knows it's going to be tough. He doesn't have a lot of money to play with. It is a bit risky, but he's very good working with his hands. He may know how to change a tyre, that sort of thing. He may know how to build a brick wall, but he is going to have to learn a lot more. In the past, collective, with the Ace of Cups, this King of Pentacles met this Queen of Wands. Page of Wands. A lot of flirtatious messages, and this connection kicked up. This connection moved forward. Temperance. She could have been a Sag. But he didn't want to move this into something serious too fast, too soon. After that time, these two were very happy. Hangman, because they were both looking at the bigger picture. Both looking at the bigger picture. But I think with the Queen of Swords, whoever this guy is, knew that this woman wanted to get more serious, wanted to talk about moving in together, starting a family, that sort of thing. She really wanted this to progress. What was his energy? Yeah. He knew that this was make or break. Because if he decided to get really serious with this woman, bang goes his dream of doing something creative, heading off grid. Because he knew that it wasn't, I'm hearing her cup of tea, it wasn't her cup of tea, it wasn't what she probably want to do. This Queen of Wands could be quite glamorous. He was thinking, oh, you know, there's no way that she's going to live in a camper van for 6 months, or there's no way that she's going to stick some overalls on and slap cement on bricks. Yeah, no, she's not going to do that. So he had to make a decision, because I do think he's at crossroads. I think with the Three of Swords, he's just told her that he is actually going to do this, and she can't believe it. It's as if, oh my gosh, you're crazy. You're mad. With the Two of Wands, he is standing at crossroads. He does know this is risky. Yeah, the Chariot. He does know this is risky. Moving forward in this way. He does know there could be serious consequences. But I think with the Five of Coins, he's just fed up of not earning very much money. I'm also getting a really bored energy. He may have hoped that a business would pick up, or he may have hoped that by doing 2 or 3 contract jobs, he could earn a serious amount of money. I think he's fed up. What he's realizing is it's sort of now or never. He could have got divorced and this relationship is new, but she wants him to commit and he's not ready. This could be a guy who's, you know, spent 10 years in an industry. He may be in his 30s thinking, well, the next step is possibly to get serious, possibly think about a family. If I don't do this now, while I'm fit and quite young, this is a dream that's just going to disintegrate. And he doesn't want that to happen. Four of Cups. I've got to be honest, collective, this isn't a guy who's really interested in a long-term relationship. He isn't. This is a guy who wants to see how much he can manage, whether he could do something like this. It's almost as if he wants to put himself under the pressure of trying to achieve this, because if he does, it's sort of going to be a lifelong wish fulfilled. And he's going to be proud of himself. It may be this is also a guy that felt as if he didn't fit in anywhere. Somebody who may have not felt comfortable being around lots of people. Somebody who may actually be much happier on their own. could be a little bit of a recluse. He's been thinking about doing something like this for a long time. I don't think he planned on meeting this woman. She is really disappointed because she's realizing now he's going to try and do this. But it's as if he can't help himself. With the Six of Wands, he feels this could be successful. So in the immediate future, he is talking to this Queen of Wands, who isn't happy, about the fact that he's played by the rules, he's sat in his little box, he has been firmly entrenched in the matrix all his life, up until now. And it's as if he wants to step out of his old self and into somebody very different. He wants to challenge himself. She doesn't understand it at all. She thinks he's lost it. She's saying to him, you should be saving money. Why are you going off and doing something mad like this? I'm not going with you. She's holding back. I think he knows that this relationship is going to have to be put on the back burner for a period of time. Archangel Michael, when do we have the Faith card and the Four of Pentacles for the collective? Thank you, Michael. February 2025. I'm sorry, guys. He may need to spend the next few months, September, October, November, December, January. He may need to spend the next 4 or 5 months planning this, getting really organized. It may be this is weather dependent. He may not want to, for instance, strip a house, sleep in a sleeping bag on the floor of a wooden hut, for instance, over the winter period. He's going to be putting plans in place for him to move into this, really do this, I think early spring 2025. I'm hearing February. Okay. What is this guy saying to this Queen of Wands? Yeah. He's doing it. Sag energy with Judgment is very Sag-like. What's he saying to this woman? Yeah, he's inspired. He's been reading up, genning up on whether or not he could do this. He could be watching YouTube videos. He could have been doing a lot of research online. He could be deciding to do 2 or 3 courses to give him the foundation that he needs to be successful in this. And it may well be hands-on courses, It could be the sort of course that a builder would undertake. It could be his learning about plumbing, electrics. It's going to be quite a lot for him to manage, but it's as if he has to do this now. It's as if he has to do this now. He's sort of firing on all cylinders. Yeah, about walking away. He's going to do this. Yep, he's going to do this. He's been looking at the past. He may also have been looking at his savings. And I think with the Tree of Life, he's been formulating this little plan in his mind for quite a long time. With the Tree of Life, he's been, I'm hearing, in quiet contemplation about this for the longest time. He knows the risks. He knows the pros and cons. He's ready to do it. Yeah, the Hermit, Virgo energy, new moon in Virgo. He wants a new life and he wants to feel excited about something. This is a guy who may even have suffered a bit of depression. It's as if he wants to walk away from everything and everyone and see if he can achieve this. Justice, Libra energy. He wants to do this to bring balance to his life. And he may feel that if he's successful, I'm hearing I could be sitting on a little gold mine. Okay, I could be sitting on a little gold mine. All right. He may actually decide to do up a rundown property. I mean, this is looking like a pretty big property. It could be a tenth of the size, but it might be out in the middle of the countryside. He might be planning on living in a camper van whilst he restores a property. Then he might think, all right, well, if I do a good job, I could flip it, I could sell it, or I could live in there, you know, by myself. I would have put in all the hard work. I would be living rent mortgage free. How does this Queen of Wands feel? I think she believes that he's just lost it, right? Yeah, Five of Wands. I'm almost getting her saying to him, look, you know, there's no way you could do this on your own. You'd need 4 mates to help you. What are you thinking about doing this on your own? What is she saying to him? Anything else? Empress. Okay. There may be an argument. She may say to him, look, you know, I didn't want to tell you before, but I really feel that this is right between us. I've been thinking about, you know, settling down, being a mom, getting married, and I can't believe that you're just upping and leaving. She may say something like, have you told your mum that you're doing this? Empress, your mum's not going to be very happy. Yeah, she doesn't want to even talk about it. She thinks it's just a complete waste of time. Yeah, she thinks he's a complete fool. You're jumping off into something you don't really know anything about. He's trying to say to her, but I'm doing courses, you know, I've got some savings. She doesn't understand that this is actually very important for him, because what she's thinking about is, well, if he goes away for months on end, which he's going to, this relationship isn't going to survive that. What is she thinking about? The Page of Coins. She wants to have children. She's also thinking to herself, he doesn't have enough money to do this. He hasn't thought this through. She's trying to say to him, you know, you need all these materials. You may need to get permits. You may have issues with the weather. What else is she saying? The Devil. She may believe he's obsessed with doing this. She may believe he's just obsessed. Yeah, there's going to be an argument. 8 of Wands. I think what she's going to say to him is, well, if you decide to do this, then this relationship is ended. Because I'm not sitting at home waiting for you, and I'm definitely not going to be spending the next 12 months sleeping in a sleeping bag in a camper van. No way. Yeah. Guys. Okay, what is the energy between these two? Yeah, this is a very straightforward conversation. Page of Swords is him saying to her, look, I'm really sorry, but whether you like it or not, for me, I do it now, or I never do this. What she's saying to him is, look, I thought this was turning into a really great relationship. You're now telling me you're leaving to go and travel thousands of miles to some remote place to fulfill a dream of doing up a derelict property. Have you lost your mind? She doesn't understand. That's what I'm hearing. She doesn't understand. I need to do this for me. This is almost him moving into a sort of tribal mindset. This is him doing an Aboriginal walkabout. And if you don't know what that's all about, look it up. He's wanting to test himself. He's wanting to test his endurance, his staying power, his physical strength. He's almost needing to do this for him. But I don't think that this relationship is going to last if he does this. What he's hoping is that he does actually have all the tools he needs, whether it's physical, spiritual, financial, emotional, to accomplish this? What is he thinking about? He could have learnt a few skills as a child. He could have come from a family where his dad was very hands-on, you know, taught him a few tricks of the trade, that sort of thing. This may also have been some kind of childhood wish. Eight of Swords. He's been in his head about doing this for the longest time, but fear just prevented him from doing it. I think this guy is gathering up the strength to go for it. I think this was him before, right? This lovely, relaxed energy. Oh yes, I'm going to do what everybody tells me to do. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll follow the rules, I won't step outside the box. He's turning into this wolf. Spiritually, internally, it's as if, no, I can do this. I can do this. He may have been pushed down a little bit growing up. I feel he's finding his internal strength to say, I'm sorry, I don't care what you think. Not to be disrespectful, I am doing this. I'm not asking you whether or not I should do this. I am doing it. I'm making a statement. He's fully embracing his masculinity, fully. He wants to prove to himself he can do this. What else is he hoping for here? Yeah, he is hoping that he can find the money to do this, pull together the funds he needs to do this, and I think that's what he's working on with the Eight of Coins. He's juggling money. He's juggling money. What's he doing here? Yeah, he may be putting money into a separate account in case of emergencies. He may be pulling actual cash out of the bank. He may be feeling that might be a better idea. He may even be going somewhere quite remote. He's really thinking about this. Ace of Swords. This is a guy who's putting a date in the diary. Okay, I'm going to do this. He may have afforded to buy a mode of transport, and he may be spending from now through until, I don't know, January, kitting it out. Got to make sure there's Wi-Fi. There's got to be medical emergencies in the van. I've got to have extra water, extra fuel in the van, blankets. He's really thinking about all of this. Really thinking. He may be going to a builder's merchants and buying a load of tools. So this King of Pentacles is on the move. What is he going to do next? Oh, okay. He could be communicating with the King of Wands about the creative aspects of this. This could be someone who is giving him the passion he needs to do this. This could be a guy who may join him. I'm hearing for part of the time and then leave him to it. Okay, so the stuff that he needs to do that he may not be able to do on his own, lifting heavy items, that sort of thing, this guy's going to be joining him. But I think other than that, he's going to do this on his own. What's this King of Wands saying? This King of Wands knows what he's talking about. He could be in the trade, in the industry. He may know about renovating properties, that sort of thing. I think what this King of Wands is saying, look, mate, it's going to be a little bit tougher than you think. He may believe that this King of Pentacles has an airy-fairy idea of what this is really going to be like. He's saying to this guy, it's going to be back-breaking, it's going to be exhausting work. You need to take care of yourself because you're going to be doing this primarily on your own. What is this King of Pentacles going to say to that? All right. What he's saying is, look, I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty fit. I could do this. I can lift most things. I'm going to be okay. He's also saying that he's pulled together quite a substantial amount of money. And maybe if he needs help, he could find someone local to help him do the tricky bits and just pay them for the work that they do. He's sort of got this figured out. He is very nervous, but there's also, you know, a building excitement about this. He's excited about this. 3 of Wands, yeah. Because he will be achieving some kind of dream. He will be achieving some kind of dream, and he is inspired. He's so inspired. Yeah. I think he's realizing that he may have to change a few things as he gets further and further into this project. But I feel this is a sort of guy who would be quite happy to change direction a little bit whilst he's in this project. I don't think he really knows exactly what he's trying to achieve at the end of the day, whether or not it's a completed property, whether or not it's him feeling proud of himself, a test for him, whether or not he plans on living there or selling it or renting it out. But he's just decided to jump into it and see what happens, because if he doesn't do it now, he never will. That's his mindset. That is his mindset. And he's going to go for it. Knight of Wands, he's going for it. Do we have a final card for this guy? The Wheel of Destiny. I feel the divine is with him. The angels are with him. He's moving that wheel forward himself. This is about his stability. This is about his future. This is him grabbing hold of a childhood dream, taking the reins and keeping his fingers crossed. He can do this. So collective, a rather unusual reading. There may be a couple of guys out there that put their hand in the air and say, oh yeah, that's me. If you guys do resonate with this, let me know, drop me a comment. But I'm leaving it there. Enjoy this new moon in Virgo. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye now.